What's going on, Raider Nation? I had to do a little clickbait on Twitter, drum up some interaction for this live stream. Now I'm just playing. I'm getting into some fights with people on Twitter over Chandler Jones right now. But what we're gonna talk about right now is Rock Ya-Sin, outside corner for the Raiders. He gets brought in. Um, in free agency, I was excited about him. He had definitely had a down year. In 2021, and now this year definitely taking a big step forward. He's having a really strong start to the season so far. What's going on, Brian? What's good? What's good? What's up, Robert? How you doing, brother? So I'm here to talk about Rock Ya-Sin. He's definitely been I think not talked about enough so far this year. Playing really good football. So let's just get into it. Let's talk about Rock Ya-Sin. I'm going to go over his targets on first and second down. Okay. So first and second down targets, early down targets. He's at the top of the screen. Okay. We're in zone. We're in a too high zone. Okay. Playing cover two, playing palms coverage where we got a safety over the top, but he's going to be aggressive underneath. Okay. This is a check down, second reaction play, but big boy play. Okay, you want to throw it over here? I'm going to throw you 10 yards out of bounds. Okay, and look at the way he flexes on him too afterwards. I love that. I love that. He's saying, "I'm big, you little." Okay, so technically that's a catch in his coverage, but it's a stop because it's a first down play and it was only 3 yards. So that gets recorded as a stop. Same thing here. We're going to get a short yardage play. This is a second yard play. We're in a similar coverage where we're reading and we're breaking on the first out. Okay. Fantastic job driving. Another very impactful tackle. Okay. Notice where the sticks are. Okay. I think they started off 5 yards back. So I think this is a 2nd and 15 play. And really, the first 5 to 7 yards, depending on the scheme, and in the NFL certainly, it's going to be a little bit bigger of an area. That's called the no cover zone. So him giving up, quote unquote, giving up a catch right here, okay, 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. He's not supposed to be covering that anyways. The design when you're playing zone is to get back here, cushion the vertical throws, and drive on the underneath. So this is perfect textbook execution and a very strong tackle at the end of the play. All right, here we go. Top of the screen, near slot, Rock Ya-Sin. We went over this play already in the breakdown. We talked about how Divine Diablo needs to sit in this RPO window, okay, but he bites on the run, and we're not giving this corner any help in the low hole. And really the design of this, cover one, you always have a low hole defender, so you're supposed to have outside leverage and push this guy exactly here. You're expecting some help. He didn't get help this time. I think what he could have done better is not open up. Notice this is what we call a bucket step. We can't step behind ourselves to go the other way. We're taking one step in the wrong direction. So notice how he picks up this right foot and steps behind himself. We want to pick it up and step where the wide receiver is going, gain ground on the first step. Okay, so we have a bit of a bucket step. Could have played that better, could have had better footwork. Okay. These are all early downs. So now we're going into the next game, Arizona here, bottom of the screen. Okay. He is in cover 3 here. This is a cover 3 look. They're playing 3 buzz. And the problem here is he's got to stay on top of this and just do a better job of settling his feet. He doesn't need to bail so aggressively when they're in cover 3. Let these guys take you deep. No one took him deep, but he's back there now, giving up a big cushion. And so he's just a little late reacting to this. Okay. This is probably his poorest coverage rep the entire breakdown. One thing I will say is this center ends up being way too far downfield, so they call this one back, an ineligible man downfield. So technically he got a stop for this. even on his worst coverage rep. Now, I have to do a retraction on the show. Okay? Have to do a retraction on the show. Hey, brother, just sit back and watch. I'm about to show you a good corner right now, okay? Check it out. I have to do a retraction. When I'm watching film, I don't watch the broadcast very closely. Okay, and when I'm watching this, I'm seeing this on the All 22. I'm seeing this referee initially make a completion catch. So when I charted it, I mistakenly charted it as a completion. And when I did a breakdown in the show, I talked about this play being a completion. It is not a completion. The foot came down, with a couple blades of grass, of white grass underneath. And so let's talk about what Rock Ya-Sin does here. I don't like how he's guessing at the initial, okay, at the top of the line, but I think that the way he plays is very confident, okay, and he does enough here to wire and the hand fighting, okay, to not give this wide receiver much room on the sideline to haul that catch in. So he did enough in the end, with a couple blades of grass to spare. He did enough in the end to force that to be an incompletion, technically out of bounds catch. All right, so now we're in the Tennessee game. Here he is at the bottom of the screen. Okay. There was a few of these in the Tennessee game where, in this case, Max Crosby deflects this pass before it gets there. So I guess we'll never know where it was going to end up being. Here, I think we do, again, have a little bit of a bucket step from off coverage here. Okay, again, stepping behind himself. So certainly you could envision that being a completion. Here's another one. This is just a fantastic route. We talked about this one in the TDL breakdown. Okay. We are in cover 3. We got to sit on the fade. This is really the weakest part of the coverage out here to the high flat over there. And this is just a really crispy, snappy route. Usually guys hit this and instead of two-stepping it, they're going to really round it if they want to get a speed cut. And so they're going to end up past this 35-yard line, but, they'll end up rounding and getting all the way past that 30-yard line. Robert Woods does just a really good job snapping that off flat here. So that's probably the best route that Rock Ya-Sin has gone up against so far this year. What he needs to do is maintain that outside leverage, okay? And if he can, get that contact key before he starts bailing and just ride that upfield shoulder all the way down the field. You'd be in better position maybe to make a break on that one. All right, that's it from the other angle. No worries there. All right, and now this is another one where I think it gets deflected, but Rock Ya-Sin does a better job in coverage. We see him here get the best release, two-step inside release, okay, and we have to start bailing immediately. Oh, he caught us flat-footed. Now we're fighting here, Rock Ya-Sin, to get back on top and stay square. This is just what a great recovery at the end, okay, when he initially beats you inside to fight to stay square. Definitely does enough here with this hand fighting, again, with the contact, with the physicality, getting that contact key, fighting to stay square, going back and forth, bam. Okay, this is a great coverage rep. I think it gets deflected or something happens, doesn't look good, but still, I think Rock Ya-Sin was in a position with that play to potentially disrupt this catch if it got to that point. All right, so let's look at first and second downs. Gives up 4 out of 9 attempts for 39 yards. 5 of those were stops, 1 first down. Okay, acquitted himself pretty good. 57.2 passer rating is fantastic. Now, let's look at the money downs. Let's look at third downs. Okay, this is where corners make their money, right? All right, so let's check it out. 26 here at the bottom of the screen. We get a short, really condensed, nasty stack here on the bottom of the screen. Ya-Sin has really the toughest job here, okay, of carrying that drag across the field, and he does such a great job. This is a absolute psycho rep from Rock Ya-Sin. I think he knows immediately where they're going because of the split. Okay, and he starts celebrating before the play's even over. Okay, putting up the fist like we held him to a fourth down. Okay, before the play is even over. He's got this guy so strapped, the ball ends up going to him and he doesn't even flinch. Okay, he has that guy strapped on 3rd and 1. Okay, beautiful play. But again, psycho rep. He's literally in the middle of the play right here. Like, yeah, we got him. Like, the play's not even over. All right. So it's nothing for him. Okay. We see that on that play, covering the crossing routes. All right. Let's look at him. Top of the screen. Looks like we're in a single high. Yeah, we're going to get into we are going to get into 2 sky. So we are playing inverted 2 to the field. We're going to go ahead and play half field coverage to the top of the screen. So he is in a back shoulder position on this go ball. Okay, watch this. Back shoulder position on this go ball. He is supposed to have help over the top. Again, look, we got the Tampa 2 high dropper here from this middle linebacker here. We have a half field player. We are in cover 2. He does not have vertical on this. He has the back shoulder. Okay. Watch what he does with his hands here, low around the waist. This is what Casey Hayward would do. Okay. When you need it, when you need to do it, you need to know how to do it. Okay. And he throws the timing off just enough on this. Okay. To prevent a beautiful hole shot from Justin Herbert. Now, and watch at the end. I love the leadership here from Rock Ya-Sin. Look at him. He's putting his thumbs up and he's saying, hey, you got to get over the top on this. Okay. Here's another one. Top of the screen, man coverage, press coverage, disrupts that play right there. Beautiful job. Here's another one. Initially, I think they thought this was a catch. Let's see, top of the screen. He's in man coverage. He's motoring off. But he does enough there to disrupt the catch point and make it an incomplete pass. You can see it again here from this angle. Okay. When he dives in there, he does just enough to rake and pull it out. The ball hits the ground, causes an incompletion. Fantastic effort to finish at the catch point. Here's another great effort right here. Second reaction play, plays dead, turns into a scramble play. Look at him. He can look at the quarterback. Why? Because he has a contact key. He has a contact key, meaning he has his hands on the wide receiver so he can peek at the quarterback. Again, finishes through the hands. Fantastic rep. Okay, through the hands. Look how geeked he is to rake that through, jump up. Fantastic job. Okay. This is the only completion technically he gave up on a money down. This is on a 2-point conversion. And I just will notice the way Abram is playing this. He's inside leverage and he's mirroring the inside cut. Watch Harmon. He's outside leverage of this. I think Rock Ya-Sin expects him to be inside leverage. Okay, and he just stays there. I think Rock Ya-Sin is expecting some help on this. He doesn't get any. This is the only completion he gave up on 3rd down. Okay, here's another one. This one is another flutter against Tennessee. He's in coverage on 3rd down. Doesn't give up a pass. 1 for 7 on 3rd downs. 1 yard allowed. 6 stops. Only that one catch was the 2-point conversion. So he's done an incredible job, honestly, this year. Fantastic plays from Rock Ya-Sin. I'm really excited about the direction that he's headed right now. Hopefully the knee injury is something that he can play through and shake back from. So until then, until we see him get tested against better competition. Right now, he's playing against probably not the greatest competition, and he's low-key dominating them. So that's encouraging signs to see from Rock Ya-Sin, especially when we're so excited about Nate Hobbs on the other side of him. All right, that's it for me, Raider Nation. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, at BDWilliams18, at the Mark John NFL. My partner, Marcus Johnson, he does the offense. I do the defense. This is Tape Don't Lie. Holla at you.